morning, everyone. It's Presley ActOutGames here, and today I have a doctor's appointment. Much spook. But I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna work on the animations. As you saw in the last video, I finished the first animation for the video, which is super duper cool, and I'm really excited for that video to go up. So I have a second assignment, which I'm going to be working on for the good part of today. Okay, so we are at the orthopedic doctor currently for quite a few reasons. Because I walk really weirdly, and I've also had a lot of pain in my tailbone or something, which I don't know if I've brought up in the vlog yet. Probably, because it bothers me a lot. So we're here for primarily those reasons, to kind of see what happened to my tailbone and how they can stop me from having horrible back problems, because I also sit apparently very badly. It's comfortable, but it's apparently very bad. So yeah, I have quite a few bone problems, so we're here at the orthopedic doctor. Okay, so now I'm in a hospital gown. So I definitely see the look of being at a hospital. I'm not entirely sure why I'm wearing a hospital gown, but I am. Okay, so we're back from the doctor's appointment.
Appointment? Is that a long A? I didn't remember that being a long A.
It is now.
Okay.
It is now.
So what happened? What happened at your appointment?
We talked about some of the back issues I had. Turns out my pigeon-toeing is not a thing. It's just the way my hips are built.
Okay.
So that's
like a pigeon's?
Yeah, pigeon's hips. But yeah, it's just the way my hips
like
are
a chimera?
Actually makes
Pigeon Presley? Okay, alright, so you're pigeon-toed?
Yes, and that's just...
In-toeing is the other.
In-toeing,
yes.
Technical.
Yes, and it's just the way my hips stomach.
Do pigeons do that?
Yeah, their toes kind of go whoop.
Do they?
Yeah.
You know enough about pigeons. Okay.
But yeah, it's just the way my hips are built. Somehow that correlates to the way my toes turn in.
Okay.
I didn't quite catch that.
So not a big deal about your in-toeing.
Not a big deal.
You look like, there used to be these little wind-up robots that like their feet kind of stuck in and they kind of would step over their feet when they walk.
Neat.
You look kind of like that when you run. Like
I don't step over my own feet.
You do, because your feet turn in so much that this foot has to go over this foot when you run. And it's a weird little lope kind of thing that you got going when you run. Yeah. And we noticed it, well, the first time we noticed it like really strongly was when we were in DC.
Yes, so that's why we, that was the date of injury.
We kind of started looking to figure out what was going on, because we shot this really nice shot of you like walking into the MLK Memorial. So there's the big, what are the pillars of...
like words.
Whatever. The pillars of words? I think that's what they're called. The stone of justice out of the pillar of despair or something. I don't know
something like that.
Whatever it was. So yes, you were walking through that, and we were just shooting this long shot, and it was just the weirdest little lope of you kind of going through. We're like, Molly and I both kind of looked at each other like, what's that going on? And so yeah, so we've been kind of looking and talking about this stuff. Okay, so pigeon-toe, not a big deal, but why am I looking at an X-ray of you sitting down?
It's of me technically not sitting down, but it's
well, you fake sitting down on your side.
Fake sitting down on my side. It's because sway back, I think is what it's called.
Sway back. So
because my back goes like this.
Presley's tailbone, not her tailbone, but like her spine comes down here, and then her tailbone kind of juts back out this direction.
Yeah.
So she's got a little Mrs. Wiggins is what we call it for anybody that used to watch the Carol Burnett show. Probably most of our fans didn't watch Carol Burnett. But Mrs. Wiggins with her little jutted out butt. So like her spine kind of comes in and then juts back out at the very bottom. And it's actually pretty pronounced. I don't know how well it's going to come across on the pictures. But you can see their tailbone. And so Presley's tailbone has been a little sore recently. And I think it's just because of kind of that positioning, and his sitting, even just sitting, has been causing some irritation.
Well, only when I touch it.
So are you gonna, well before it was sore to the point where it just hurt when you were sitting down or getting up or changing positions and stuff.
Well, yeah, it's a lot.
And so what are you gonna do now?
I'm supposed to sit on pillows and drink a lot of ibuprofen.
Drink a lot of ibuprofen?
Not a lot of it, but just drink
No. Occasionally you may can have some Advil if it's too
Take
painful.
a pill. You're probably not gonna drink it.
Well, no, we drink.
You're like 3. You can swallow a tablet.
But the thing that Mom
So you'll need
gives
you'll need some ibuprofen of some sort when it's acute, when it's acting up and it's having problems. And then what was the other thing that they asked you to do?
Sit on a pillow and only exclusively criss-cross applesauce, which is very hard.
Where else am I going?
What other thing did they ask me to do?
What did they ask you to do to sort of counteract?
They asked me to do sports.
Exercise.
I don't do sports.
Specifically running exercises.
Like running sports. Because apparently
You're running? You're running? She made you run?
No,
So
yeah.
she see you run?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like down the hall?
Yeah.
Really? That's cool.
And apparently my running isn't that bad.
Isn't that bad?
She said her running gait was not bad.
Your running gait is better than your walking.
Yes.
Yes.
And so running more will strengthen the muscles and the core.
Right.
So you probably want your core to be stronger to sort of counteract some of that offsetting. And the same with sitting like this, right? Because W sitting. So go ahead and W sit real quick so people know what it is.
Thank you, Mom.
So this is a W sit, right, with your legs, and so you're making this W shape right here. And so she's stretching her legs out this way, and so she's sort of strengthening her legs almost in one way. And so switch back to crisscross. So the crisscross is the opposite, and so this will counteract some of the effects of her W sitting so much.
Because it's soft, it's supposed to strengthen like the outside of my thighs?
Yeah, so you're stretching out here. Like when you W sit, you're stretching in here and strengthening in here.
Yeah.
And then here you're doing it the opposite, right? So you're going to counteract this a little bit. And when you run, you'll strengthen all of this and you'll strengthen your core a little bit.
Right.
And so that'll help kind of pull
But, like,
this,
what is
tighten you up.
We haven't Googled it yet. What is a running sport? Like any sport like in which
Any
you run?
sport in which you run is part of the sport. So soccer is definitely a running sport.
Right. I played soccer maybe.
Track.
I don't
Running is a running sport. Football is a running sport.
How about
both footballs?
Because you can grab like the football and you can try to do a slam dunk. You can just run and then.
Okay, I think that would be basketball. But basketball is a running sport. Thank you very much, Cooper. Baseball, there's some running, not a ton.
Very little running.
Bowling, you run for a
Oh,
tiny
Brian, that's
period.
not a running sport.
You run a little and then you go like this.
I was
Grab the bowling ball.
Cooper's prepared for the bowling demonstration.
Grab the bowling
That's
ball.
mine. That's my bowling ball.
And then you try to get it to like all the pins or you run and then.
Oh, very nice, Cooper.
That was a good
That
form.
was a
Like
good
forward
bowling.
down the line.
That was excellent bowling, Cooper. But we can just go over to the park and run around a little bit. We'll keep playing soccer.
Dad, I run in Overwatch. Does that count?
No, it doesn't. That's the opposite.
So we'll get you one of those treadmills that powers your computer. And so it's
I
plugged
thought
into
it
the
was-
treadmill, so in order to turn your computer on, you have to build
Well,
up
then how
power.
are we going to use your computer?
You're going to walk while you're typing. Okay, cool. So that's what we're going to do. That's our plan, right? So sitting on pillows,
Yes.
sitting like this instead of the other way. Ibuprofen when your butt hurts,
Or a majority of the time.
right? And getting some running in.
Running.
We're going to go with that, yeah?
Sure.
Awesome. Let's do that.
I walked a little bit in the backyard today.
Like I go do my walks and jogs and stuff and
Can I
listen
go
to my
with
audiobooks. So maybe we'll do that.
Yeah.
We'll get you an audiobook and we can both listen to our books when we walk and then come back and talk about our books.
Yes, that's a good plan.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
We need to do the thing, the I imagine character this way.
Oh yeah, that was
Name of the
fun.
Wind.
Yeah.
We both just did it. I just finished Name of the Wind, and you have read
Yeah,
it.
so we used to play a game where we would both read the same book and then we would talk about how we pictured different locations and characters and things when we read the book.
Right.
We haven't done that in a long time because we haven't collided in our book reading a ton recently.
Yeah.
But this, she just finished the Name of the Wind, the first book of the King Killer Chronicles.
King Killer Chronicles.
Uh-huh.
I didn't
What
know
did you say?
I know. I didn't know that's what they were called.
Yeah. So she just finished book 1 and so yeah, we can totally do that.
Yes.
Both.
Both. That's
Okay.
what I say.
Wate. Swate. Swate. Good job. Nice job.
Coche.
Kochi? Is that what you said?
Conche.
Was that Kochi?
Conche.
Kochi. You're nice and rough. Kochi.
Conche.
Hola. Are you gonna be all rough Japanese? Tough guy?
Fuck it.
Okay, so I saw on social media.
Which one? Many?
It was like social media inception. I think it was a Facebook post of an Instagram of a Tumblr screenshot. I think. So there was some depth to what happened. And I don't know, I have no idea if
Tumblr screenshot.
I have no idea if this is actually true or not, right? It was what they were proposing. What were they saying that would happen, Cooper?
I don't know.
Do you remember?
Is it the infinite chocolate thing?
No, they said if you tape a square on the floor, your cat will end up laying down in it.
Why don't you make it in the sun a little
Like
bit?
it's a box.
Uh-huh.
The cat will look at it and be like,
No,
oh.
yes, there's psychology behind that, and I know it.
Is there?
Yes, I watched a sci-fi video.
Okay, what is it?
Well, the reason why cats like boxes so
Okay.
the reason cats like boxes so much is because they kind of consider it a because cats don't really. I mean, our cat might like getting up in people's faces, but they like being kind of
Our cat likes getting up in people's faces.
right. But most cats are like solitary. Cats aren't very social. They're not solitary animals.
They're-
Dogs are.
I'm not even gonna say it because I can't say it on the vlog. What I like to say about cats.
Yes.
They're jerks.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I call cats like having a space where they can quietly observe and without being like interrupted and considering themselves like a safe place, like looking in through a window. They like having that. And boxes to cats are
Like hitting their forts.
yeah, like they're forts. Like they can just sit and watch and
Watch TV?
well, maybe.
Like we put down like a box right here. Oh!
He can
Oh,
watch.
he can just, with him little claws just pull down the side and I'll just be watching TV.
What was the little claws part?
Maybe like grab him little claws and maybe put like in the
Like
side
hanging
of the
out on the
box,
box?
like down and so you can just watch TV.
Okay, so here's our box.
Yes.
It may be a little big even.
Oh, I just heard him.
So here's the second part of this experiment is if both of our kids can leave the cat alone and let him come find this on his own. This is the more interesting part for me.
Oh wait, I have an idea.
So nobody
No,
nobody tells Domino about the box. Nobody picks him up and puts him in the box. Nobody puts cat grass in the box or catnip in the box. We just leave it and act like it's not even here. And we see if at some point in this afternoon Domino ends up laying down in this box. Okay?
Yes.
Deal?
Science.
So nobody touches the cat for the rest of the day.
Okay.
91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100.
Yay! Pump it up. Cooper just counted to 100. Yay! Nice job.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think maybe the big telescope is keeping him from going over there.
Alright, this is still part of the video. But we are about to do a science experiment, a different one than
Why?
that one. Well, this is one of the experiments that we're planning on doing for a collab on VidCon that I don't think got approved yet.
I think this is more properly a demonstration
a demonstration.
than an experiment because we kind of know what's going to happen.
A demonstration.
But yes, so we're trying to continue to do more science demo collabs.
Yes.
And so we want for Presley, for you to get more like really conversant in how the
Right.
demonstrations work, right? Because the idea is you'll do something a little sort of my drunk kitchen and like talk to the person while you're doing the collab and while you're doing the demonstration, right?
Right.
And in order to do that, you need to just have the demonstration down cold, right? So that you don't have to really think about that. You can just think about having.
So it's my drunk
conversation.
kitchen without the kitchen and the drunk.
That's exactly right. It's very Steve Spanglery, right?
Yes.
So you're going to know this stuff and have done it so many times, it's really easy for you to walk somebody through and
Right.
talk about it. Yeah? Okay. So, and then this one is especially true because I don't think you can do this one
Oops.
by yourself.
And
Because it's
small.
kind of hard. Yeah. It's not trivial to do, right? So you're going to be walking somebody or some people through doing this one.
And they're gonna do it.
And they're going to do it. And so we're going to practice that first now. Because you know a little bit about it already. So, and then I'll just kind of help fill in, and then we'll keep practicing it over and over and over again until you get
Until
more
I have
comfortable.
it.
Yep. All right. So what's first? Well, first we're going to do the demonstration.
Oh, okay.
Like we always do. We're going to do it,
And
and
then
we'll
science
explain
it.
it. Yep. So tell me what to do it. Cooper, hold on a minute. Okay.
So is that water or
That is
it already-
alcohol.
Oh, that is alcohol. So first you put the little bit of alcohol in it, but that has
We'll
already
put a
been
little
done.
bit more in. 'Cause
That's
that's
that might not be it.
Alcoholic. You're alcoholic.
It is my drunk science.
So just a little bit.
That's rubbing alcohol.
Okay,
Probably
and
don't
then-
drink that.
Now what?
And then now we use this.
Nope, not yet.
Not yet.
No.
First thing. Oh yes, we shake it.
Shake it.
Swish it around.
We swish.
Get the alcohol kind of spread all over the inside. of the bottle.
And then we use the hammer.
It's not a
Thing
hammer.
of a ball.
It does look like a hammer.
I want to use it.
No, I'll do it. And then what do we do?
Hammer. We put it on the lid, I'm saying?
We put this side on the lid, and then we pull this down and up.
Yeah, we pump, right?
Yeah.
So there's a little thing here that
It's
is
a pumper.
It's a
Snap.
like a tire valve for a car.
It does
You can get one
basically
at a car
look
parts
like a
store.
hammer.
And it's perfect because it's snapped onto the thing, and then it's got a piece that kind of seals on here, right? So what you have to do is seal this on as good as you can, and then pump. And I've found, like with this size bottle, about between 30 and 50 pumps
Okay.
is pretty good. Okay.
So
So why don't you put a hand on the bottle just to keep it from kind of falling.
super.
And once the air starts leaking out like that, it's probably about time to let it go. And then what do?
You take it out.
Take it off really quickly.
Really?
Ready?
Yes.
So hold on to the bottle.
Now. Now.
And what happens?
Now.
There's a cloud in the bottle.
There's a cloud in the bottle. And you can squeeze a little bit. And
It's
just a little bit.
smoke.
No, crack the bottle.
It's smoke.
And does this scientifically
Okay, let's do-
classify as a cloud?
Yeah, let's do one more.
Cool. Is there nothing I can do another one? Can I try?
You keep pumping it, it should disappear.
Well, hold on.
And if you keep pumping, once you have it, it should disappear.
There's
Now
the
keep
cloud.
pumping.
And then you pump it again. And Cooper is right. It goes away.
Woo, magic. Goodbye, Bloody Sly. Goodbye, Sky.
Then it comes back.
Woo.
Okay, so that's the demonstration.
Yes.
Alba, do you want to explain a little bit what's going on?
Okay, so what's going on here is we are quite
And
literal.
basically, most of it is from the alcohol.
Okay, Cooper, let Alba explain.
Okay, so we are quite literally creating a cloud in this bottle.
Yep.
And how we're doing it is first we are putting in some 91% rubbing alcohol. The more alcohol, the better.
Probably better.
We haven't tested that,
Yeah.
but probably so.
Yeah.
Let's try that.
Why are we using alcohol?
Well, the alcohol has a higher vaporizing. Is that what word I should use?
Lower.
Lower.
Evaporating.
Yeah, evaporating point. A lower evaporating point. It evaporates faster than water.
Yeah.
So this experiment can be done with water, and you will have what is lit up in the sky, but it's slightly harder to do.
Yep.
So what we are doing here is we are coating the bottle in the alcohol,
Yep.
the rubbing alcohol.
Yep.
Just so we have a good so everything's kind of covered.
Yeah, lots of surface area for the alcohol.
To evaporate.
We're mixing it around so the alcohol went everywhere and covered the bottle
That's
to
right.
the top. So when we pumped it all up, the oxygen got stuck in there, I guess, and it all the alcohol is all over the bottle. That's why it made a big cloud. It went up all the way to the top.
Well, hold on. So we got alcohol all rolling inside of the
Yes.
bottle. Now what's happening right
So
now?
now there's a lot of surface area for the alcohol, and obviously the less dense the thing is, the faster. Well, I mean not necessarily the faster evaporate, but if there's a bunch of like a longer puddle.
Yeah, more surface area.
More surface area, it evaporates faster.
Yeah.
And the point is we want this to evaporate very, very quickly, and under not a lot of heat.
Yeah. So what's happening inside the bottle right now?
It's room temperature, and the pressure is like normal pressure, just the way it'd be if it's just sitting there, which it is. It's just sitting there. So everything is kind of a neutral thing. Obviously, the rubbing alcohol, it is evaporating, but extremely slowly.
Well, that's what you're describing the properties inside the bottle. I'm asking you what's happening inside the bottle.
What's happening?
And what's happening is the alcohol's evaporating.
Yes, but very slowly.
Not very slowly.
Well, yeah.
The reason we're using alcohol is that it doesn't evaporate very slowly.
Right.
Right.
Like slower than it is in the.
Well, we're letting it happen now, right? So
it's just going.
the alcohol is evaporating, and that means that it's filling the bottle up with what?
It is filling the bottle up with vapor.
Yeah, like an alcohol vapor, right?
Yes.
So there's little gas of alcohol that is escaping and floating up. That's why You can smell the alcohol because it's got alcohol vapor in there, right? And so now what's happening. The bottle's filling up with gas of alcohol. What happens when we put the pump on it and pump a bunch of pressure into it?
Well, when we pump up for a bumper, when we pump a bunch of pressure into the bottle, higher pressure means that the inside of the bottle is going to get hotter, and hotter equals evaporating faster. You can tell that we very much want it to evaporate fast.
Even more, it'll evaporate even more when we warm up the bottle a little bit by
Right.
increasing the pressure of the gas. When you increase the pressure of the gas, it gets hotter.
So it gets hotter, and it's all evaporated. And since we are kind of sealing it, it's
that's just helping build the pressure.
Yeah, it's helping build the pressure, and it can't escape, and it's all there. And then when we pull it away really quickly, suddenly it's the high pressure it neutralizes. And it's back to being, it lowers. And it's back to being just normal pressure.
Well, the pressure lowers. It doesn't matter where it goes.
Right.
It lowers.
It lowers, and that's the important thing. And it lowers and it gets colder.
Why does it get colder?
Because lower pressure is colder, higher pressure is hotter.
Yeah, that's what happens when you lower the pressure of the gas. It gets colder. Yep.
So
That's how a refrigerator works, how an air conditioner works. Yeah.
It gets colder. So it gets colder. And then all of these little drops of
the gas
of vapor condenses into a bunch of little drops.
Yeah, it becomes liquid again.
And that's what happens in our atmosphere.
The little droplets are sort of
forming a cloud.
Yeah, hang in the air.
And eventually they get.
So can you explain how that what that relates to in sort of the actual water cycle in the class?
Well, in the actual water cycle, the higher up the water
what
evaporates.
happens? Just describe what happens.
Describe the water cycle. So you start with
There's water in a lake.
Yes. So you start with a lake, and some of that water evaporates. Hopefully not all of it. Some of the water evaporates. And it goes to...
Becomes a gas.
Yes, it becomes a gas, and it goes to the top of our atmosphere. And the top of our atmosphere is colder, so it... And it's lower pressure, so it gets colder, and it condenses into a bunch of little drops. And eventually, as bits of cloud get heavier and heavier...
Well, the drops start sticking together more. And
it gets heavier.
It makes bigger water drops.
Bigger water drops. And eventually they get heavy enough that gravity takes over and you down to the ground.
And what's that?
That is rain.
That is rain. Okay, cool. So that's exactly what's going on.
Yes.
We're going to need to practice this a few times.
Right.
Like you know what's going on, you're just not articulate in describing it yet. And that's why we're going to do this several times. We'll keep kind of practicing over and over.
I want to try and actually use it.
You want to talk about this one first?
Yes.
Let's do this one.
Does that one have alcohol in it too?
No, not yet.
It's just a water bottle.
Yeah, just water. So you can do it in any container that you
Yeah,
can.
you can do it in smaller water bottle.
And so
It's an airport.
this one's actually kind of hard, but I like these because it kind of has this ring
Yes.
built into it, right? And so with a bottle open, you want to twist it a little bit because you're going to do this with a cap on, and it's easier before the cap.
Yeah.
Before there's lots of pressure in here. So you can kind of weaken the bottle a little bit by doing that.
And you just put a little bit.
You just drank alcohol.
No, I hadn't put the alcohol in it yet.
Now you're alcoholic.
No, there's alcohol
Don't drink that kind of alcohol.
in here. Put the top of it. Put this all switched around.
Yeah, and I can't do the snap.
Yeah, this one's pretty hard. Both crushing the bottle and doing the top.
It requires much physical strength.
But it's cool.
Yes. You can even like shoot the top off of it.
So same thing, shake it up, let it evaporate. And then the way we're going to create the pressure this time is by making the inside of the bottle smaller.
Yes.
Right, same amount of air. We're not letting any air out. What we're going to reduce is just like when we squeeze, you see how it gets tighter up here, right? But we're going to do that to the extreme. So twist the bottom like this. So the entire bottom now is gone and all.
So now it's a little water
The size of
bottle.
those mini water bottles.
Yeah.
And then once you got a ton of pressure, you use your thumb to spin the top open. You ready, Cooper?
How did
And you make a little tap.
Yay!
Don't
Give me the
drink
top
that alcohol.
Shot off right
You'll
there.
be. I'll get it.
It's under the table right there. Here, Mom.
Attempt number 2.
Okay.
Attempt number 2. Goodbye.
Now you do this one. I'll hold it all over.
And then I'll do the next one.
Okay.
And then Alvin does the alcohol thing.
Yeah, it's hard.
It is hard. So I hold it, yeah, kind of down. Like you really want to hold that on mostly. You may have to look. Hold your hand up. Let's stop for a second. So what I do is I use the bottom part of my hand to hold this on, and the top to hold this, so that when you're pumping, you're getting something resistance. You want to just pump first.
Yeah.
That's why you have 2 hands.
That is why you have 2 hands, so you can do this experiment. Pretty sure that's how we evolved, to have 2 hands.
Specifically so that we can do this experiment.
And you're twisting it. So you just push straight. So you can feel this is getting warm.
Yeah.
Because you're compressing a bunch of air in there, and there's friction from the thing too. Okay, ready?
Now my turn.
Whoa! You want to make it go away, Cooper? You pump and let's make it go away.
I'll make it go away and I'll make it. Okay? Now I make it.
Now that it's gone away, if Daddy goes back.
Couple more pumps. 2 more. One more big one. You ready?
Ready? Woo! It's back.
Great cloud!
And now I want to do like when you spin off the top.
Oh yeah, well you can do that one.
You can watch that one, but I don't think you
So we're gonna build up a repertoire of experiments that you're really good at and you know how to do really well, and that we can travel with and we can do with collabs. Okay. So if you guys have any recommendations for good demonstrations that would work well for that kind of thing, let us know, and we'll keep trying out new ones too. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. Preferably not ones where you boil eggs on a Bunsen burner in the middle of the hotel room.
Yes.
No, I don't know that one.
It was fun, but it was difficult.
Okay, so that was a pretty fun day, but it's getting pretty late, so I am gonna go ahead and go to bed. But yeah, I'm definitely going to start looking at some of the stuff I can do to help with my tailbone and my really weird spinal issues. But yeah, hopefully those will be all fixed and working, and I will be in perfect health pretty soon. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!